Welcome back to Mr. Magazine, your trusted corner of the internet where we uncover the untold sides of celebrity lives, love stories, and the fragile line between passion and heartbreak. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and for those who want to go the extra mile, tap the join button to support the channel. Trust me, you won't want to miss what we're about to reveal today. Because this time, behind the glitz of Turkish stardom and the calm facade of romance, lies a storm that no one saw coming, a storm that began with silence, a forgotten phone, and a message from the past. Those close to the couple describe that day as strangely quiet, the kind of stillness that comes before a thunderstorm. Cenk, who was said to be in unusually reflective spirits, noticed something different about Mahassine. Her eyes wandered, her voice trembled ever so slightly, and her laughter carried a trace of melancholy. He couldn't explain why, but he felt distance, the invisible kind that words can't bridge. Then, fate intervened in the simplest way. Mahassine's phone, left unattended on the living room table, vibrated. A curiosity, not jealousy, drew Cenk's hand toward it. What he found was not a betrayal of the present but an echo of what he thought was buried forever, a conversation from years ago, with someone who had once held her heart. The words were old, yet they bled with sentiment. I still think about you, even after all this time. For Cenk, that single sentence cracked something sacred. It wasn't rage that consumed him, it was disbelief. He reportedly confided in a close friend, "It wasn't jealousy I felt, it was disappointment." When confronted, Mahassine's reaction wasn't defensive, it was fragile. Tearfully, she tried to explain, "I didn't delete them because they mean nothing. They're just part of who I used to be." But sometimes, reason is powerless against emotion. Cenk's silence became his answer. Without a word, he slipped on his jacket, left the apartment, and vanished into the quiet of the evening. Neighbors recall seeing him walk out with a hollow expression, his car's headlights disappearing into the dark without hesitation. In the following days, Mahassine's home became a museum of stillness. On social media, she shared a cryptic phrase that ignited speculation across Turkey. "Sometimes losing something hurts less than losing trust." Fans divided into two camps, those who believed Cenk's reaction was justified, and those who empathized with Mahassine's pain. Everyone has a past, they argued, but not everyone knows how to forgive. Despite her heartbreak, Mahassine tried to reach him, calls, messages, anything that might bridge the silence. But Cenk's answer, relayed through mutual friends, was simple: "I need time." Rumors swirled like wildfire. Some claimed he had retreated to a friend's villa along the Aegean coast to find peace, while others whispered that his family had advised him to stay away, warning that some wounds never close. Meanwhile, Mahassine's absence from public events did not go unnoticed. Paparazzi began asking questions. Where is she? Why is she avoiding the spotlight? The actress, once radiant on every red carpet, now seemed like a ghost of her former self. And then came the post, a haunting image of a sunset reflected in a shattered mirror. The caption read, "Love is also tested when it hurts." Within hours, the post exploded across social media. Over 100,000 comments flooded in, half begging for reconciliation, half urging her to move on with grace. Far away from the chaos of the media, witnesses spotted Cenk walking along the Bodrum waterfront. He wore headphones, his gaze lost somewhere between regret and reflection. A passerby later told reporters, he looked like a man replaying every word ever spoken. And maybe he was, because that very night, a message left his phone. It wasn't an apology, nor a plea. Just a confession. "I don't know if we can ever be the same again, but I'm still thinking about you." Mahassine's reply came minutes later. "Here I am, but without masks." No more words were exchanged, yet that short exchange was enough to ignite hope in the hearts of thousands of fans. Could this be the first sign of healing? Or simply two souls acknowledging what was left unsaid? As the media frenzy intensified, entertainment shows began dissecting every glance, every cryptic post. Some anchors insisted that true love always finds its way back, while skeptics claimed Cenk's pride is stronger than any feeling. Then came the twist no one expected. Cameras captured Cenk entering the same recording studio where Mahassine was shooting a commercial. Coincidence? Perhaps. But witnesses say the air changed the moment their eyes met. A crew member described the scene to reporters. They didn't say a word. She smiled faintly. He took a deep breath. You could feel the electricity in the silence. It was as if time had stopped. The photo of that fleeting moment, two souls standing inches apart, yet separated by everything that had happened, spread online like wildfire. Fans flooded social platforms with messages of hope, disbelief, and longing. Neither Cenk nor Mahassine confirmed or denied anything afterward. When cornered by journalists, Mahassine offered a single, poetic answer. Love isn't always explained. Sometimes it's just felt. Days later, Cenk finally broke his silence. In an interview outside a restaurant, he said quietly, "Some stories don't end easily." That single line rekindled the entire nation's fascination. Was this heartbreak nearing closure, or was it the calm before another storm? Sources close to both stars describe their connection as unfinished. Neither has truly moved on, though pride and fear continue to stand between them. Friends say Mahassine still checks her phone late at night, hoping for a message that might never come. Cenk, on the other hand, often retreats into solitude, not out of bitterness, but because the weight of what was lost still lingers. As time moves on, their story has become a mirror for many, a reflection of how fragile trust can be, and how easily love turns into a battlefield of silence. In her last public statement, Mahassine wrote something that silenced even her critics. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reunion. Sometimes, it's just the purest form of love. Those words left fans wondering, was this goodbye, or the prelude to another beginning? Now, back to the story that refuses to fade. Every love story leaves behind echoes. Sometimes they fade quietly, other times, they linger, haunting both hearts and headlines. For Cenk and Mahassine, it seems their tale is destined to remain in that uncertain space, where endings and beginnings overlap. Their fans continue to debate, create theories, and even write messages begging them to reunite. Some say they've seen signs of reconciliation, a similar song choice, a shared emoji, a mutual like. Others believe they've both moved on, carrying the lessons of love into their separate futures. But those who followed their journey from the start know one thing: no matter how much time passes, the emotional gravity between them still pulls at the hearts of everyone watching. And that's where we leave Cenk and Mahassine tonight, two souls suspended between love and pride, forgiveness and distance. What happens next? Only time will reveal the truth. If you believe that some stories deserve a second chance, let us know below. Do you think forgiveness can truly heal what's been broken? Or are some wounds destined to leave scars that never fade? Thank you for watching Mr. Magazine. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and join our growing community for more exclusive celebrity stories that dive deeper than the headlines. Until next time, keep believing in love, even when it hurts.